AJ, the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. I want to run through with you what I do with my clients. I have been practicing for 30 years as a CPA. All of my career has been in tax. And for those that are small business owners, here's really the structure that I really want them to take a look at, because this will lead to tax efficient results, as well as then hopefully some good liability protection. Now, for some of you that maybe are a little impatient, here's what I'm getting ready to go over. Here's the finished product about how we would put together a structure and why. Now I'm going to walk through this with you step by step. So what we talk about here is we're starting with the individual that's filing a Form 1040. This is really where all the tax happens. We have the 7 different tax rates. And so really when we're talking about a small business owner, we're trying to figure out what is the way to reduce down taxes, but it's really down at the individual level. I'm a big fan of the S corporation. If you're going to be actively involved in your business, a material participant, it does separate it from your individual return. It files a separate tax return of Form 1120S. I'm also a fan of there being a partnership filing Form 1065. This for my clients is when they're going to be non-passive. They're going to be passive, meaning they're not going to participate. This would be then real estate activities, or if they're doing a direct investment into some other businesses. Now, the one thing I want you to note is that either the S Corp or the partnership can be set up as an LLC, because an LLC is only your legal designation. You set up an LLC at the Secretary of State, wherever you are, but then you determine at the IRS level how you're going to be taxed. So an LLC can be an S Corp, a partnership. It could be a single member LLC that files a Schedule C, or it could be a C corporation. So with the S Corp and the partnership, there is no tax at that level because the net income flows down to the individual. And that's why it's so important that we want to ensure that we're doing all that we can to reduce down the business net income, because it's going to flow to the individual, and then that's where their tax is going to be. So tax planning for small business owners, for my clients, really starts up at this level for their business. Now, you can have a C corporation. It does have a 21% tax rate, but the issue there is that it becomes double taxation, because it's going to pay tax on whatever its net income is, yes, at 21%, which looks initially attractive compared to the top individual tax rates. However, any income that then flows to the individual, which would be dividends, would be taxed at capital gain rate, which could be 15 to 20% plus an additional 3.8% tax. And so when you would add up the corporate level of tax plus the capital gain tax at the individual level, you are easily going to be right at the same top tax rate at the individual level, or very easily over that amount. So when we are talking about a partnership, if it's non-passive, then it's going to be subject to self-employment tax. Now, if it's passive, it's not subject to self-employment tax. That's why really for my clients, I'm only going to have them set up a partnership for their passive activities, because it will not be subject to self-employment tax. Self-employment tax is an extra 15.3% tax. Now that is down at the individual level, but that's on top of the tax rates that you're seeing there in the bottom left corner. Now the S corporation yields no self-employment tax, whether you're active or not. Now, if you are somebody that is starting a new business, maybe you do want to do Schedule C, just to make sure your business is going to be off and running, that it really is going to have some net income. And once it really, though, nets about $20,000 in net income, it starts to make sense, if you're actively involved, for your LLC to then be taxed as an S corporation by filing Form 2553. I've got a link in the body of this video talking more about that, the S Corp, the comparison to the Schedule C. But I'm not a big fan of the Schedule C once somebody starts netting about $20,000, because that is going to be subject to self-employment taxes of 15.3%, when the S Corp is not subject to that. So it seems pretty obvious you're going to save 15.3%. You do need to pay some wages to yourself out of the S Corp, but the wages would always be less than what you would be paying tax on for the net income of a Schedule C. So when you do pay yourself wages, you are paying into Social Security and Medicare. So for those that are concerned about becoming an S Corp and then not having money paid into Social Security and Medicare for retirement, well, you're still going to have that at the S Corp level. It just will be at an amount, number one, that you can control. Number two, it'll be at an amount that really would be less than whatever the net income would be for that Schedule C. Again, if you are in a partnership and you're passive, there is no self-employment tax. But if you are in a partnership and you're going to be active, meaning non-passive, well, it's going to be subject to 15.3%, which really just puts you in that same position. So really what it comes down to is if you're actively involved, you want to be an S corporation. If you're not active, then you want to be a partnership. Now, no matter what, whatever your business is, no matter how you file, you want it to be an LLC. So with that, that is the structure for my clients. I've got another video that you can check out where I'm going to give you now a breakdown for my clients when they are in real estate, when we're talking about how to structure it and how to go about it, and to ensure that inside the partnership, we have full liability protection and also optimizing the ability to have multiple LLCs. So if you want to check out that video, it's going to be a link right here at the end, and I will have that linked at the top left to go through my real estate video. Or if you do want to go through some other videos that I've put together for self-employed, you'll see that at the bottom left. And then if you do want to check out some other videos just for this small business owner, that'll be at the bottom right. So thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Have a great one.